Hello citizens of Tokusatsu Central, I'm Jared Rand, and today we are going to be doing the review of the DX Genius Full Bottle. Now this is the final DX mainstream toy in the Kamen Rider Build toy line. And it is the final form item for your boy Kamen Rider Build. So basically the big boy of the line, the one thing that could almost demonstrate the full potential of the series. And I think in some ways it delivers, in other ways it's a little bit of a letdown, but to be honest, I'm not going to base this off of expectations. I'm going to base this on whether this was a good toy or not. That's how my reviews usually go. But this is basically what I originally thought was going to be the Pandora's box, but instead it's just an invention to help Sento with his memory problems. So yeah, might as well get into the actual toy. So here we have the Genius Full Bottle itself, and as you can see, it's mainly done in translucent plastic. As you can see, yellow, silver, and blue. Those are the main colors of this toy. As you can see, it's basically Rabbit Tank sparkling, but flipped upside down, and with an extra cap piece right here. So, as you can see, mostly done in a very nice translucent yellow color. Very much enjoyed that. On the bottom you have the Build logo. There's a lot of Build logos all over this toy. The Build logo's right there on the cap. A Build logo inside. A Build logo on this silver thing right here. Very hard to focus. You can see right there a silver Build logo, and then of course, just overall very hefty toy. You can definitely feel the weight in this thing. 3 caps this time, which is a little bit of an interesting choice. I don't exactly know why, because this sticks out like a snaggletooth when you put it on the Build driver, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. But overall, I do very much enjoy the design. I like all of the mechanical detailing, some of the tubing, and the exposed wiring throughout the toy that I very much enjoy overall. And it's very nice to hold. I really like how it feels in the hand. It's definitely a nice feeling in the palm. So, we're going to take out this guy. It takes about 3 LR44 batteries, and the activation button is right there. So it says great and then all yay, and you kind of get a very momentous track going along with it. And yes, those are lines from the voice actor, or not voice actor, for the actor of Kamen Rider Build himself, Kiryu Sento. And as you saw, it did the lights for the first 5 best matches in the series. Rabbit Tank, Gorilla Mond, Nin Comet, Hot Gatling, and Rocket Panda. Now there is a randomized extra noise in there as usual. There it is, Sayakuda. So, there you go. And that's basically all it can do on its own. But when we bring in the Build driver, that's when things really get spicy for this boy over here. Just bring up the Build driver here, and we can get to the henshin. Now, as you could obviously see, depending on how fast you crank the driver, you get a faster yay noise. There's about maybe 6 yays that this toy says, but I'm going to get a close-up shot and show you a little bit slower on, the different yays of the toy. So I'm going to just focus in right here. As you can see, there's a bunch of full bottles in the background, and in the center is Build's logo. As you can see. So as you can see, depending on how fast you crank the build driver, the noise will be different. Which I kind of like about this thing. Well, in some form the noise will be different. What I'm trying to get at is the speed of the yays in the toy will change depending on how fast you crank the lever. And I need to talk about that henshin noise. That was... Ooh, that is awesome. I love the use of trumpets in the background, as well as the epic and momentous finale feeling to the form itself, and the music used in it. I just love it. I can't get enough of this henshin noise, and I do it over and over and over again. It's fantastic. And I believe the words are Kanzen Fuketsu no Botori Yaro, which mean the flawless bottle guy. So Genius is everyone's favorite flawless bottle guy. So there are 3 attacks in this thing, much like the Magma Knuckle, but instead of 2 for that one, there are 3. The Genius attack, the Genius break, and the Genius finish. Or the one side, Yaku side, and all side attacks. So, might as well get to the first one, which is the one side attack. So as you heard, for the Genius attack, that is basically all of the animals of the full bottles. As you didn't know, you might know if you've seen the show, but if you don't know, Genius is basically encompassing all of the full bottles that came before it, and its design reflects that, as it's basically covered in full bottles. So the first attack being very appropriate for the organic side, being all of the noises of the animals. And then Yaku side, which you will hear right now. So that was the Genius break, which, as you could hear, was a lot of the inorganic stuff for the build full bottles. And then the final attack, which is all side, which encompasses the entire form. And that's basically everything for the toy. But there is one little thing they did recently in the show that I kind of wanted to do here. I think I hear it. It's the hazard trigger. Yeah, they did this in the show recently. Basically now the hazard trigger is just being passed around by people as if it's nothing. So, I guess the more powerful your upgrades become, the more inconsequential the hazard trigger is. I like the oh no of this toy being followed up by the suge of this toy, which, you know, I mean, I kind of like it. If anything, I think it works better than the previous power-up item, which, I mean, I enjoyed, but a lot of other people didn't, and I think the timing works a lot better for the Genius full bottle than the Rabbit and Tank one. But, yeah, with that said and done, we might as well just get into my final thoughts of the Genius full bottle. So overall, I love the Genius full bottle. I love the fact that it's basically Rabbit Tank Sparkling, but upside down. To be honest, I enjoy the design aesthetic of the toy, considering, you know, I love the double full bottles and the whole full bottle gimmick. And the idea of it being taken to this level, with the 3 caps instead of, you know, we used to think that 2 caps were insane, but 3 caps is fucking taking it to the next level. I think that the addition of adding in the one side Yaku side and all side attacks was a very good feature, and I think, to be honest, it was the best choice for the way of ending off the Kamen Rider build toy line, and working with the hazard trigger better than full Rabbit Tank. I think, to be honest, this is one of the best toys in the Kamen Rider build toy line. If you want a toy in the line that almost encompasses everything and allows you to enjoy the best aspects of the Kamen Rider build toy line, I think this is one of the ones that you should get. Alongside the Magma Knuckle, this is probably one of the best Kamen Rider build toys. So that's about it for Kamen Rider build mainstream toys. Of course, that's not the end for Kamen Rider build. When the series ends, the toy line and the story pretty much never ends. We still have no idea what they have in store for the possible V-Cinema that we know they're going to do, since they've been doing for Kamen Riders recently. They've all been getting V-Cinemas. We have no clue what they're going to do with the V-Cinema for Kamen Rider build. But what we do know is that we're not done with Kamen Rider build on this channel. I still have a couple of SH figure arts, and of course that Blizzard Knuckle that I need to get, because that one Grease episode totally sold me on it. And otherwise, for the Kamen Rider build toy line, this is basically about it for the mainstream stuff. Kamen Rider build was a fantastic show. I loved it from beginning to end. The characters were all enjoyable, the storyline was continually intriguing, and constantly pulling me in every episode, and every time there was a new episode, I would constantly be excited for it to come on. So thank you, Kamen Rider build, for giving me one of the best Kamen Rider series that I've seen in my life. So, thank you guys for watching. Like if you enjoyed the video that much. Subscribe if you want to see more, and comment if you want to ask any questions about the actual toy. You can check out my Instagram, rand.jared, and of course, check out my other YouTube channel, Jared the Collector New. And I will see my fellow citizens of Tokusatsu Central next time when I review the SH Figure Arts Kamen Rider build Night Rogue.